getting ready to address the media and tell us more about the asset quality this time around. Remember, there's been a slight bit of an improvement in the SBI's asset quality. Gross NPAs at 4.15% versus 4.29% quarter-on-quarter. So on an absolute basis as well, there's been a marginal improvement, and that's something that the street has liked. At least things have not gotten worse. But Rima, hi, afternoon.
Hi Sonia, afternoon. And we forgot the biggest casualty today, and that's Dr. Reddy's. It's only got a weightage of about 1.5%, but with the 15% decline that we've seen in the stock, it's knocked off more than 20 points on the Nifty, and that's what's dragging it lower. That's the biggest stock. But let's discuss these in greater detail with our experts. Before that, a run through of the top headlines. Markets trade flat, the mid-caps in the red, while the market breadth is weak. Bank Nifty saves the day, keeps the downside cap.
And Dr. Reddy's cracks 14% after the company gets a warning letter from the US FDA related to 3 of its facilities.
SBI comes out with a good show in the second quarter as the NII and profit beats estimate. Asset quality remains stable. Bank of Baroda delivers a shocker. The net profit comes in at only 125 crore as the gross NPAs worsen to 5.5%. While PNB reports a steady performance with bad loans reducing on an absolute basis at the gross level.
And it's a mixed session for Asian markets, with the Japanese market and China ending higher, but Hang Seng and Taiwan closed down 1%. The European markets trade mildly lower ahead of the US jobs data. All right, let's focus on the markets because it's flat, but there's so much individual stock action. How should you position yourself in this last hour of trade? We have a battery of guests who join us now to tell you what you should be doing. First up, we have Rajat Bose, who gives us some closing strategies. Rajat, over to you. The pocket of action today on the upside is clearly PSU banks, but what are you recommending traders to do?
At least I'm happy that I was perhaps the lone buy call giver in the morning in Bank of Baroda, and at that point of time it was at 151, and that has actually done very well, and I would say that you can still continue to hold Bank of Baroda. It is actually headed for 169, 170, or it can even give a pullback to 173, but beyond that it is slightly doubtful right now. Bank of Baroda is one, and after that that was a review of what I said earlier, but now I would suggest going long in TVS Motors. TVS Motors once again has acquired momentum after a flag kind of a formation. That is a continuation formation.
All right, I'll have to interrupt you. I'm sorry, Rajat. We have to cut across to SBI.
Say a few things at the beginning. There has been a little bit of a reorganization in the top layers of the bank. As you've seen, our MD, Mr. Pradeep Kumar, has retired, and his place has been taken by Mr. Sriram. He will be looking after the entire corporate accounts group, which means the CBG accounts, the MCG, that's the mid-corporate group, the IBG, as well as the stress asset management group. The NBG portion of it will now be looked at, that is the retail portion of it will now be looked at by Mr. Rajneesh Kumar. Mr. Praveen Gupta has just joined us as an MD, and he will be looking after the compliance and risk.